Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I found this article from Fox 32 Chicago. The tables will turn one day. Pritzker blasts ICE CBP in Chicago. So Governor Pritzker is speaking out about the federal immigration raids in the last few days. The governor sat down for a wide range one-on-one Sunday morning with Fox 32. What we know, Governor Pritzker says that recent phone videos of ICE interaction underscore his claim that the agency is acting illegally with the intent of to cause mayhem in Chicago, which is hilarious because mayhem normally runs rapid in Chicago. Again, y'all know, like, if you guys been following me so far, y'all know your girls from Chicago, okay? South Side, back of the yards. So, you know, Chicago's always been Chicago. Like, there's always mayhem happening in Chicago. So, what this guy's saying, he won't understand because this man is a rich man. He's a nepo baby. He wouldn't know what hood was even if you hit him over the head with it because this man would never step to the hood. So there's chaos going on, and he wants to say that ICE is, inciting all this violence, which is not true because you had the Latin King person that went after and put a bounty on ICE. You had the Mariman chick who went and rammed ICE and was, she had a on her. And so you know what she was about to do with that. And then that's not including the people that were at the live protest that actually were carrying, that got caught up, the person that had a knife, also the Dallas person who tried to pew pew at the ICE, and so you have all these kind of incidences going on. You have the thing that's going on in Portland that's over 100 plus days. So I don't think there's assignment there. I think that ICE is just trying to do their jobs, and had the mayor and the governor allow them to do their jobs and just go to the jails to pick up these people, this wouldn't even be an issue right now. But hey, they want something to run on. You know what I'm saying? They want to be voted in power indefinite, and they know dangling this little carrot in front of most naive people, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to keep voting blue instead of really looking at things and thinking about policies, It's ridiculous too because you had Obama, who was known as a deporter in chief, who deported way more illegals and created the kids in cages scenario, but nobody said anything about it. Everybody was cool with it. It's like, where was your outrage then? But let's keep going. What we know, Governor Pritzker says recently that, we already said that. So the tables will turn one day. Pritzker said these people should recognize that maybe they're not going to get prosecuted today, although we are looking to do that. But they may get prosecuted after the Trump administration because of the statute of limitation would not have run out. Pritzker insinuates that the Illinois Attorney General and local state attorneys might be investigating some DHS purported wrongdoings. We're talking to the state attorney general to see how we're going to we're talking to the state's attorney for attorney general to see how they can go at this, because what we want to make sure is that they follow the law, he said. Pritzker has kept up the steady blitz of the national media appearances, carving out a role as Trump's opposition, famously telling the president, "Come and get me," after the president tweeted he and the mayor Johnson should be in jail. Pritzker says Trump has nothing to base that on. Yes, he does, because y'all are impeding him. You're impeding ICE from doing their job. The stuff with ICE, like, even to the point, so if y'all don't remember, Mayor Johnson, and this is with the approval of the governor, he's issued an executive order declaring safe spaces or sanctuary zones where ICE, immigration, and custom enforcement cannot enter. That is a local directive, not federal law. However, immigration enforcement is a federal responsibility under the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution, Article 6. That clause says that federal law is the supreme law of the land. This means that the local orders cannot override or block federal enforcement, even if it's politically motivated. So when a mayor tells ICE they cannot enter, it's more of a political statement or directive to local police, not a legal shield against federal officers. ICE agents can still operate within the lawful authority because immigration law is federal jurisdiction. So basically saying that what both the governor and mayor are saying are full of poop, because they already know they can't do anything about it. They're just basically running their mouths because they want to get voted back in. So this is dangerous. Times Pritzker said, quote, the president of the United States is causing mayhem in the ground of our state. He's going after his political opponents. I don't know why anybody would look at that situation and not recognize he's moving towards an authoritarian regime in his own image, which is also false because Biden administration went after the Trump administration when he was running for re-election. So that is somebody going after a political opponent. You also had Obama and Hillary Clinton going after Trump during his first term when he was trying to enter office, and they were also trying to go after their political opponent. You have these people that keep crying foul, but they're the ones that are doing it. Like, let's call a spade at this point, because they all want you to believe their lie. Don't believe it. They're just like, right now what they're doing to people is they're pissing on them and saying it's raining. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe what you hear, deal. Like, people need to wake the F up already, because this stuff gets so aggravating when I see people believing these BS lies and not holding these people's feet to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Pritzker really was so ballsy, he wouldn't be like running his mouth like the way he is. He would clean up Illinois, and he doesn't. And if Illinois was so great before ICE even entered the game, why is it that all the rural areas surrounding Chicago wants to secede from the state of Illinois? You have areas that literally want to be absorbed by Missouri, be absorbed by Indiana. If he was such a great governor, you wouldn't have these states trying to break apart, like not the states, but these part of the rural areas trying to break apart from Illinois to go into other states. If this was such a great state, they wouldn't be doing that. If anything, other states would want to be part of Illinois. And it's not happening because everybody knows that the governor of Illinois is trash. Plain and simple. And he's trying to take a page out of Trump's book by saying, like, come get me. Because of the fact that Trump has said time and time again that they're not really after Trump. He's just standing in the way. They're literally after us. They've proven it time and time again. When they went after Trump's lawyers, when they went after, and they want to talk about coming after their political opponents or anybody that opposes them, you had the Biden administration not only go after the lawyers, which were following law, okay? Law, that's it. People that would give you legal advice, that people that helped you appraise your home or buy your home. They were going after normies, okay? You also had them going after podcasters who were speaking truth to power. They were going after journalists. They were going after, just normal people. Because they're not after people think Trump is the big fish. He isn't. It's us. Because it's like that scene in Bug's Life.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Oh, how about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's about keeping those ants in line.
And you've seen that clip. So that's literally how it is. Once we all recognize and wake up to the fact that we are the ones that are in power, we are the ones with the strength. That's why they're trying to stop us, because they know that once we realize that, there's nothing that they can do, because now we got to put them back in their place. And so that's why you have them trying to divide us and separate us. All these illegals, they can kick rocks, to be honest. I don't care, because I'm America first. And I know a lot of people are going to come at me, hate me, all you want. I don't care. Much love to y'all for hating me, okay? But my grandparents came here legally. I'm born here. I'm an American. I've never identified as anything else. I've always wrote, even on my applications and everything, American. You know, when people are like, where do you come from? America. No, but that's not what I mean. Like, what are you? American. And they're like, no, but your mom, American. They're like, but, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like my ancestry? Like, is that what you're asking me? My heritage? Because all I've known was America. And if you're talking about like my grandparents or my great grandparents, okay, well, we're talking about like, you know, Spaniard, Mexican, Native American, like between Cherokee and Navajo. Like, what do you want from me, bro? Like, all I know is I'm American. That's what I was raised on, and that's who I am. Like, I wasn't born in Mexico, so obviously I'm not Mexican. You know, I wasn't born in like Africa, else I'd be African. Like, what does my skin color have to do with anything? Like, I was born here. I'm American. That's it. You know, and when I go to Mexico, they know I'm American because they even tell me, because they're racist as F out there too. They're like, go back to your country, go back to the north, because they don't consider me Mexican. They consider me American. So y'all shit got that shit twisted. Sorry for cursing, but I have to say it because people don't understand, you know? Anyways, let's go on. Pritzker has also drawn an area of Customs and Border Patrol Commander Gregor Bovino. Bovino says Pritzker is contributing to an elevated threat environment against federal agents, calling them things like jackbooted thugs. But Pritzker, if the shoe fits. This is the guy who is instructing his people to fire gas pellets at people who are expressing their First Amendment right. He said, quote, that Gregory Bovino orders that the following, he's just not credible, has no credibility at all. That's ridiculous, because if y'all see my channel, y'all know that ICE only basically is telling people F off. And most of the times when they're firing stuff, it's because the people are not listening. They're not firing at normal protesters. And that's the part that is the lie that they're trying to feed. They are firing at agitators, at Antifa, people throwing rocks, people that are throwing like bricks, rocks, you know, some people trying to do Molotovs, you know, fireworks, you name it. It's not like these people are innocent. So this guy got it twisted, and he knows it. He just won't admit it. Pritzker says the National Guard troops are back at the Army base near Joliet after an appeal. Court confirmed a lower court ruling that cannot be deployed in Illinois, which is not true, because on appeal that's going to get reversed, especially if it goes to the Supreme Court, because the president has the right to deploy them where he sees fit, whether they like it or not. So they can kick rocks, okay? Not to mention that same judge said, which is stupid, you know, but then again, it was a Biden appointed judge, and we all know he didn't hire the best of the best. He hired DEI hires. And before y'all come at me at the comments, I worked my butt off to get where I got. I didn't get hired because of DEI. It's because of what was up here, y'all. Anyway, so this chick was like, you can't have the troops there, but you can federalize them. Okay, so if I federalize them, does that mean I get to have them back on the ground? Because if that's the case, then what was the point of that? You know what I'm saying? Illinois National Guard. So they have been sent abroad to protect this country. The governor said, standing with the unlawful acts of ICE or CBD. They are good people who volunteer to serve the country, but not to stand against average Americans trying to express themselves, which they're not. There's a difference between someone expressing themselves and someone throwing crap at somebody. Like you bringing a knife to is expressing yourself. You trying to shoot at ICE is expressing yourself. You ramming your car into ICE is expressing yourself. This man got it twisted, and he knows it. Pritzker says he's appreciative to some red state governors, like Oklahoma's Kevin Stitt, who has publicly opposed one state's National Guard from going to another state against the governor as well. And that doesn't matter because, again, at the end of the day, it's the president and he has the right to do it through Title 10. So this man could kick rocks for all I care. But let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Do you think that Trump should go ahead and activate Title 10 and tell all these people to go kick rocks? Or do you think that he is overstepping his bounds? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And, oh yeah, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Y'all have a great one. Till next time.